Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last week, we defeated Needhog and are about to progress to the next section of the quest line. So, here we go. All right, stream is live, and here we go.
Where's KJ?
He is up in the probably the next part of the quest, since we think he picked this up last week.
Okay.
That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on? Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian. Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Needhog dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Amaric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Imeric to Fortim's Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. We shall await you there. And just in case anybody was wondering, the spot that I have been sitting was right over here.
Where it was supposed to be less cold?
Oh,
wintry?
there.
Oh.
This little gazebo with a little stove in the center of it. But it's a little too big for the size of the stove, I would say.
Yeah.
Particularly when it's snowing.
You can still see your breath. That's funny.
Oh, yes, we have to talk to the gatekeeper.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights, 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the highborn needed men to lead, and the lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone, but I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. More pants. Don't need them, but I'm going to take them anyway. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our back, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphanode. Not even the assembled might of House Four Temps and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Baroon. It was these disgruntledish guardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist Sir Imeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Mr. Alpha, and I would have you and the Warrior of Light reach out to them immediately. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Histidian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. We should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tartaru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. We recently held a ceremony to honor the passing of Sir... Wow. Clodebane, third son of House Hallionard. But I was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from Camp Cloudtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, mind you, but at the very least I expected to see Rotremont or perhaps Lady Laniette in attendance. I'm sure she has her reasons for not attending, but Rotremont is a dear friend of mine, and I know how much he cared for Sir Clobrant. They worked quite closely together for many years, down to the very end. Which is why I want you to present this to him. The battle standard raised during the ceremony. I am certain he would have attended if he could, and at the very least, I should think that he would appreciate a memento from the ceremony. And I guess we are headed for the Forgotten Knight. And I do like how the Dragoons will just stand there and watch. I thought that was pretty good. I was also kind of hoping that Sir Imeric would just walk through the doors in the middle of our planning. Like, what are you still doing here?
Yeah.
Gods, I've been worried sick. So good to see you. And you, Tartaru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibberlant and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Sir Imeric thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed it. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I could say with any certainty is that they're led by somebody called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if I've ever heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. I feel like somebody with the name the Mongrel isn't going to enjoy people asking after him.
Mm-mm.
I did not know that door was there.
I've never been down there before. She just said below, so I looked for a below. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. As I just run right past one of them. Huh? What's that? Speak up? I can't hear as well as I used to. I don't know a god's damn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you.
Well, that's rude.
For a second there, I thought the kids were Are the kids throwing snowballs at us?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I thought they might have been throwing snowballs at the other kid, but no, they're throwing snowballs at us. Lovely.
Oh, and you can't click on them. It's like snack them.
Oh, they won't let us just snatch up the urchins and toss them over the wall.
No.
That's a shame.
Use them as meat shields. Oh wait, we're not being attacked.
I'm not going to let a couple of street urchins take my job, thank you very much.
Alright, where'd he go?
The quest marker's down here. But not down here in this room, like I thought it was. Around the corner, maybe?
Below us, yeah.
Aha! Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tartaru's ears are as sharp as ever. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gilbrant knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others.
When in doubt.
Yeah, I would think that he would have been the first person.
Exactly. When in doubt, always ask the barkeep.
Oh, they are throwing it at each other until we show up. Then they turn and throw at us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, unless you're a Black Knight, and then they don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, have you? How much of the quest line of that have you done?
Absolutely none.
I finally got my 35th level over there and done, and they tend to respect you because you're actually going against the grain.
Gotcha. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by the highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? I guess we'll start at the last minute. And it looks like Zora picked a better spot. The shopping area, whatever it's called.
Which one?
I didn't catch what you said, and
Oh,
so I looked
okay.
at the map.
Gotcha. The Jeweled Crozier. I mean, I guess he's kind of big. I wouldn't call him hulking, though. So you're Gilbrand's errand boy? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year.
This
Compared to me,
sign
nobody
is
was
held by a balloon that is chained down.
Yes, yes, it is.
I love it.
And from the way it's floating, the chain is only there to keep it from blowing away in the wind. Because the sign's so heavy, the balloon ain't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Keep forgetting the knight's right here. Want to grab the vigil and then run up here, but
You definitely don't want to go to the vigil. It's the wrong section. Well, you going to hand him over or not? Ah, this ought to do. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hirithia is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, it'd be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why don't you give her a bottle? I think the last vigil might be the closest this time, actually. We just might have to take my newly discovered shortcut. Okay, there was a closer Aethernet, but I never can remember the name of it. Okay.
It's a weird name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astroloc. Icom.
It's the
Astrolocom.
astrology place.
Yeah. I always expect it to be the airship landing or something, but it's not, even though it's right next to the airship landing. Yes, I am here with you. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame she was taken in by the Baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than an infatuation, what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hirer made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from my service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Whose story are we investigating here, Gilbrant? Are you sending us on Sir Eimerich's past, maybe? Or is this the mongrel's past that we're following? Probably the mongrel.
Where to?
Back to the inn, the Forgotten Night. You don't weigh enough to make a sound that loud, KJ.
Oh yeah. I've got a really full bow, quiver, arrows. Yeah.
And are your bags full of like 700 metric tons of ore?
That's about true, actually. The two middle ones are totally full of rocks and gems, so you're not far off. The third one's halfway full.
So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though.
And we got our rank up.
Yep. We now have a bigger company chest that nobody uses.
I might start.
Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Oh, and KJ, one thing that may be of interest. Apparently they announced very recently that in 6.0 they will be getting rid of high quality crafting materials. So you will no longer have to deal with bags full of iron ore and high quality iron ore. So
Yeah. The one thing I don't know is how they're going to change the quests, because I just got done doing 3 mining quests where I had to get 10 of 3 different ores of the high quality.
Well,
No.
they might only have them for the quests that you have to do that.
Maybe.
So it wouldn't be something you collect on your own, but you only collect as many as you need, and then you never get them again.
That's probably that sounds like something exactly what they would do. Either that or just switch it to 99 of the regular ore like they do with the other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Halone's blessing upon you, sir. A gift for me? A scent. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found the time to help me tend to those even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. It was the love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. Ah, that little girl, bless her heart. She couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if searching for her mother's face in the mists.
Sounds like a mongrel to me.
Yeah, once they started talking about the mixed bloodlines, and that's what a mongrel is a
Yeah.
non-pure blood. So she was a remarkable woman. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around. If you know where to look, or do you fancy someone specific? Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't at the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Peloton does make a difference. Have you made any progress? So our mongrel was born of an Elysian nobleman and a Herurian Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. There must be a way to draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tartaru. Speaking of which, where is Tartaru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly. I have a premonition that this is not going to end well. Likelihood we're about to have a fight. We have gone through about 6 quests now without having to kill anything. So.
Yeah.
You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tartaru.
There's Alpha one right there.
Yep. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? Keep looking. Stop talking. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Isn't that Tartaru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, after them.
More action, less cutscenes.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
I would like to point out to the 2 street thugs. I could understand you trying to pick a fight with Alpha Node. But, like, I'm a giant. I'm wearing armor. I have a sword. Who do you think you're messing with? Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? Forgotten Knights, eh?
We had our healer right in the right spot. We had her surrounded. No way she was getting away.
Well, we're not here to fight her, so.
Yet. We gotta prove our causes, or
I'm pretty sure once we tell her what's going on, she's not going to
I
need any more
know.
proving. Now, she might stab us in the back. That's entirely possible. And highly likely, I would say. But, yeah. Oh,
I don't
we have a
know.
level sync.
Disband.
So are we going to get jumped by the Inquisition? Or is she going to stick her
Probably.
goons on us?
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
I've only seen this guy for 2 seconds and I want to break
of
his
House
face.
Fortom consorting with the Queen of
It's the lip gloss.
Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone. You disgust me.
Bear witness! Halone, guide my sword!
Filthy Rex! There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heaven's Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heaven's Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heaven's Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emeric answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Sorry, I started it.
Just so you know, you two came out of that at the exact same instant.
I didn't know Alpha Node had a carbuncle.
Neither did I. I didn't even notice it.
Oh, he's
I
messed up.
I only noticed it because I thought, wait, Zora's in here with me? Because it's a pink one.
I think they just finally upgraded it because the one thing said he was the summoner?
He is an arcanist. So,
Yeah,
and Zora's had the carbuncle since she was an arcanist. So
exactly.
let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than some lords and ladies up on high. None of them are all none of them are well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out for the spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why I took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods of account. Some of them have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Hylianart. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Imeric's doing at first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavens Ward. That way they'd have a perfect excuse for going door to door through the brooms, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavens Ward's scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city. And to do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Low-born knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke of that and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then they will be unable to join the defenses of the vault. Spread false reports of an attack to get them out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, then they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Imeric and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Lord Auchenfront, Estidian, Master Alphanode, and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way to the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Imeric and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear in their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Pretty much any of the ones, the Last Vigil or the Tribunal will get you just about as close.
Tribunal, okay. Dang it.
Both of them, you basically just go up the stairs nearby. And St. Reynald's would have also worked just as well. The others are in position. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Alright. Are we ready for some dungeoneering?
Yes.
Yep.
Have we had a dungeon with primarily humanoid opponents before?
I don't
No.
think so.
Just a moment. Looking through my bags, trying to find where my food has gotten off to. Okay.
I'm glad I wore my wings today. Seems appropriate.
Those guys aggroed from a long way away.
Uh-huh.
I was actually hoping that we would get to be level 60 in here and use all of our shiny new spells, but no. I don't really see any mechanics we need to deal with on this boss. It's mostly just survive and kill him before you die. Okay, they didn't really make a big deal of the balls. The balls were a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh boy.
You can get Emo up. Uh-oh, he's about to hit you, Zora. If you have defense, just pop him.
Oh, nope.
I was just doing my heal on me and it didn't go off in time.
Alright, as we run back. When he casts Holy Shield Bash, he will target one player, jump to them, and perform a stun and hit combination. When he casts Holiest of Holy, he will deal moderate damage to every player in the room. At intervals, he will charge around the room, dealing damage and leaving behind orbs of light. These will deal damage to players upon exploding. When he is done charging, he will target one player and come crashing down on them. So, like I said, doesn't sound like much, but apparently he hits really hard.
It's a larger amount of damage in a chain. That's the thing.
Kill the deacon over here. Thank you.
Yeah, so I assume that's the healer.
It's not a healer, it's just a damage dealer. At least he targeted me for the big hit that time.
Yeah.
coming for somebody.
Come stand under the bubble if you can, at least. Oh, that was like a last minute. I didn't realize he was that far down.
I have. Oh, let's go.
I was like, bubble? Is there an event? Is there a part of this fight I don't know about?
No, I just was so when I'm fighting, I like to, when I get just a little bit down on my MP, I like to get my spell that helps me generate it again, only I missed it, and so I got way far down, and so I didn't want to run out. And the big bubble is like Anduin's big bubble.
Gotcha. Well, I just expected him to die, and he didn't die. He got small, and then there was a bubble. So I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I didn't realize how low he was, or I wouldn't have used that spell. It's not a long cooldown, but still. Oh, I used wrong spell.
Now, did I miss something back here around this corner? Ah, yes, there is a treasure coffer here. What?
I went a little too far up. When I seen everybody turn around, I started turning around, but I also saw their real red names coming after me.
Ah.
That's why I made my little baby cry. Goat. Little goat noise. Son of a gun. I didn't see I was sitting in something. So it says, is that rushing water? And yes, it is.
Well, those are rather horrendous looking.
Oh, they're like chess knights.
Alright, this boss. Multiple ground pattern AoEs to watch out for. At regular intervals throughout the fight, he will put down a hyperdimensional slash attack that lays out a red AoE before him in the direction of a random player. When this goes off, it will deal damage to anyone in its wake and leave an ethereal tear where it hits the wall of the room. The attack is always repeated twice in a row. Best strategy is to bait the tears to the same general part of the wall so they aren't spread around. They will tether to and damage any player that gets too close to them. This is exacerbated by, after using his slash attack to put out 2 ethereal tears, Renault will use Faith Unmoving, a room-wide attack to cast with a cast. The attack will push all players directly backwards from him. Make sure your back isn't to one of the tears. This is why it's beneficial to keep them all close together, so you have a safe place to get pushed back to. Alternatively, you can use one of your abilities to prevent knockback. And he will also put a Dimensional Rift Circle AoE that will damage players. So basically, the 3 of you guys need to try to stay close together. So when he targets you with that thing, you can put the tears in the same place. Or at least close to the same place. But once they've been placed, get away from them.
I'll cut you to pieces! I will not yield to you! I have the power!
Who does this guy think he is?
The bull.
Down with you!
Okay,
Yes,
so that's
it
where we
is.
want to put them. Shoot!
I didn't
I didn't
expect
know
for
he
the
was going to
first
do it
one.
on you.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be on me either. limit break, MKJ.
I'm dead.
Oh, never mind.
You can. Well, can you do it or what? Nope.
Mine's a defensive limit break, not a. I can't do damage.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, I found a safe spot. It was too close to one of the other things.
Yeah, I'm not sure there were any safe spots left. So.
Well, we got him pretty close. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably get him this time.
Oh yeah. I mean, we didn't do badly. We just didn't succeed on the first try. We're not dealing with Realm Reborn dungeons anymore. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll cut you to pieces! I will not yield to you.
I will try to stay in line with you guys so that if he targets me, we still get him in the right place.
That line right there. I don't know if there's copyrights on that.
Down with you.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get you, it's fine.
Oh shit.
Down with you.
Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not. No, yep, I am. Never mind.
Did it send it?
Yep, got it.
Down with you. Down with you.
I'm down again. Watch your health, Laura.
KJ, limit break him if you can.
Done.
Down with you!
And we got it.
Woo! Woo!
And I'm dead. That fight wasn't messing around.
No.
Mm-mm.
Here comes another.
I find it interesting that both times we fought the knights, they've died at the exact same instant. I don't know if that's just coincidence or if maybe their health pools are linked or something.
Maybe.
That's what I was wondering. Shared health pool.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
shit.
It did seem very odd that there was only one enemy in here and they weren't particularly strong.
There's something awfully void to that. Like those damn guys in the void that we keep killing or fighting.
Well, we do all know that the Asians are working with the church here, so maybe they taught them some things.
Or let them be possessed.
Alright, he will do a room-wide AoE called Altar Pyre. He will use a holy chain to chain two players together. Simply run away from each other to break the chain. He will cast Heaven's Flame and put out flame rings on the ground. At regular intervals, he'll summon a broken row of knights, which we will need to avoid. You know, a la the avoidance puzzles in a couple of dungeons we've done in WoW. Let's see. Okay, they'll always spawn on the same side, though. So don't get run over on you. They will slow you down if they do. At half health, he will disappear. When he reappears, he will have a Dawn Knight and a Dusk Knight with him and summon several holy flames around the outside of the room. The knights can safely be ignored. Just make sure not to stand in their AoE attacks. Kill the holy flames quickly. After a short while, he will cast a room-wide attack that deals more damage if any holy flames are left alive. So, ignore the knights. Ignore the knights, kill the flames. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Filthy rats! Be done with you!
Okay, the knights have spawned. Avoid getting run over by them.
Sickness must be purged! Be done with you!
Be prepared for the holy flames.
And now the final curtain! This shall be a mercy. You disgust me.
Well done.
Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
2 waves of knights this time.
Sickness must be purged.
I can't see that one.
Sickness must be purged.
Incoming knights again.
Be done with you.
2 rows.
Limit break him, KJ.
Sickness must be purged.
I'm down.
Sickness must be purged.
Y'all got him. Well done. Whew.
How do you like that for a rat?
Did not get to my bubble button in time.
I took offense when he called us rat.
I don't blame you. Thank you. Had to quickly free up some inventory space just in case I won something.
Yeah, that reminds me. What's teabag mean, Mom?
But
It's
wouldn't
ju-
let me smack him, so I was jumping on him.
I saw you jumping. That's why.
How
I
can
said
this
it.
Because
be?
I don't do the teabag thing because I don't like it.
That is a thing I would much prefer. That's in settings, I would assume.
Fall back!
Why did we just see Sid fly overhead? I assume that was Sid.
Maybe. Because they have airships too. Who knows? Yep.
They have a big airship that Sid built.
Well, they had airships that would take them up to the one spot. The
Oh
Cloud
yeah,
City.
you're right.
And it looks just like what I thought. Damn it. Or we thought, I guess.
Cool. Good luck in there.
Father, please! We were not too late, my friend.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Look out!
Go. Asisla awaits. Lord Orchefort!
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
Well, they will be receiving no mercy from me.
No.
My itty bitty hands holding his.
Ah. I approve. Thank you very much. Welcome back, Emo. I know not what to say. The others, that they are gathered at 410 Manor. You know, the only thing I have to say is the Archbishop and his knights aren't going to be receiving any mercy from me. The other, sir. Please enter.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Auchenfront took us in, our beacon of hope in our world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits, so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so that we might face them as knights. We must press on with the mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go speak with Sir Imric. I worry for his well-being. Forgotten Knight is the closest teleport. An audience with the Lord Commander. Yes, yes, of course.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
I wonder, someday, will the echo hit us and we don't act like we've been hit in the head
The
with a bat?
founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatosker, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy. For from his brother Hreisvelger did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thorden's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too-fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught?
Just one moment.
Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
That they did.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horshafon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
I, Imeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. Oh yes, swear vengeance. I approve. Yes, yes, of course. You two were close, I know. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heaven's Ward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then we will stop it. Would that I could join you in pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an Archbishop to serve as guiding light for the masses, a force of stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet, walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Needhog's death did not mark the cessation of Duranian hostilities. Far from it. We will have a great need of each other's in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Hendrik. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Lord. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Pray, attend me outside. Very well. With me, I believe we have much to discuss. I need to step away for just a moment. I will be right back. And I am back.
Welcome back.
In the middle of the cutscene, I had a very loud background noise, and I could not determine whether it was coming from outside or whether it was one of the fans in my computer going insane. But after a moment, it went away. So I was going to go check and see if anybody else had heard a horrific noise in the distance. But apparently I am the only person in the house still awake. So oh, and did y'all just swear to go after them, or did you demand a heart on a plate?
Heart on plate.
Heart on a plate.
Okay. I did like that we actually looked angry when we said it.
Mm-hmm.
The Salil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance that the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Laniette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds, or was not long ago. The airship has been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Hallionard has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters that require my attention. Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, had you? I hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Sid, have you heard of Aziz Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told the Warrior of Light, the Ascians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima Weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I could see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you are ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned it was due to deliver you into it. Into the fire it is. In that case, I should inform Tartaru of our plans. Pray go on ahead and attend to the airship landing. I will join you anon.
Okay, where's the airship?
Astro.
Okay.
The boys have been hard at work for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Pray forgive my lateness. Tartaru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news from the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Rial are pursuing promising leads. Come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise. Shall we get going? Yes, we shall.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Oh, a new threat. Lovely. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. KJ loves him some green swirly things.
I just can't not help not touching them.
Those are some very large dandelions. lookout.
Was I supposed to put that on my bar or something? Hold on.
You can just type /lookout. You search the skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. I'm not really planning on it right now, no. I may look into it one of these days, though.
You cannot be looking at email.
Yes, that is true.
What's that?
You can't be targeting something.
Right.
Yep. Breaking group. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy of netherlings. Does not fight. Does not wish to die. Is that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Over there. Imperial troops. These guardians. Seize them. They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, protect the Vanu.
Thaliak, protect me!
He actually called his name out.
Whose name?
His little guy.
Ah.
Ariak or something.
Yeah, I heard him say something, but I didn't know what it was.
That's his little helper. It wasn't here, and then it was.
Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death, showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to cloud sea, but warmly welcomes them, shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Lanu Vanu owes much and more to the Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcomes you. To village we go, to north. Come, come. So the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept the Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Oh, and for the first time tonight, get the car out. Oh, and grats on 62, KJ, Zora.
Thank you.
Yeah, it happened.
Not sure when y'all got that, but I see that you got it.
Right when we got out of that last one. Not just this last one, but the cutscene before.
Gotcha.
For me, I don't remember, or I don't know.
Mine was, I think, I don't remember.
Kept trying to get in, and I couldn't get in, and then I was like, oh, it's saying you're too far.
I wasn't going to make you get in the car on a hill, KJ. I moved down to where the ground was flat.
Why, thank you.
Like a breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, Netherlings. Lanu Vanu throws wide arms in greeting. Behold, Okazunadu, or Okazundu. A far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vandu, I think. Vandu bluster and blow hither and yon, sound and fury like aimless gale. What unseen lightning begets this thunderous report? There you are. Did you see it? It's that damned flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Where? The white? He's wounded. Well, that's one way to get rid of that. Did the beast Please just eat that island. Oh, insatiable wight. Oh, devourer of worlds. Why must you torment us? Lanu Vanu wastes no more words of his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings. Come and break words with the chief of Zundu.
And get attuned to the stone.
Yes. There's also an aetherite current nearby, too. So. Wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as the cloudless blue, Sanu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. It's quite a hat you're wearing there, buddy. Netherlings deliver Lanu Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr's winds, and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sanu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alphino Levlier, and these are my companions. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is in somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Ah, like the black steel-shod contraption from which you saved Lanu Vanu? Alas, no. That ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white, and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lanu Vanu hear tell of these Netherlings. You do? Are you certain? As the sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zundu scouts can testify to words of Lanu Vanu. Aye, aye. Winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Asisla. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Asisla? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into the heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devours isle where key is kept. Deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck it lies, beyond reach of foolhardy, and beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lanu Vanu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sanu. Madness of Vundu bodes ill for all Vanu. Well, as the various beast tribes go, at least these guys are fairly easy to read.
Not half as much fun as the Cabbage Patch people.
This one disagrees with Walking One, but okay. So Azisla is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavens Ward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about this is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. If Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak to Kanu Vali, foremost keeper of tales. No problem, Mimo. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kanu Vali with a bow.
Welcome back.
No problem. Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow, travelers. Travelers from below. Kanu Vali, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago, in lands elsewhere, before even the clouds see, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the White is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again. For merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The White still longs for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below, and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth, and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth, and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgotten. But this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu. His hunger is that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to Now he must consume them. Kunuvali knows no tales like this. So according to the Vanu Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alpha Node? Did you learn all of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. I feel like Sid would have an interest in that. Sky fishing? My gods, that's it, Alpha Node, my boy. I could kiss you. From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the sky of clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels from the beast's side into the beast's side and then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Guard, but an extremely dangerous one. Should he fail to subdue the creature, he would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. Oh, he won't fail. And if anything does go wrong, he'll be at the helm of the Enterprise. I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow him out of trouble. I couldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust you have no objection to my joining you as well. Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then. Seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is be ready for our fishing trip. While you two need to find me some bait, and not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful of most. Well, you heard, Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. By way of a first step, I propose we speak to Chief Sonu. If the Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive in our efforts to slay him. Tramontane is upon us, with white beasts, and the Zundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating islands and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs, given form by the Voodoo, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. is Sonu to speak of what may be. Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the Ponenti. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu's scouts what manner of island you require, and they will guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. There's the way down. We also seem to have a couple of unlocked quests over here. Netherlings coming as fortuitous as late season rains. Gunavanu and Gunavanu's family face desperate times. His brother verges on failing Zundu's rite of passage again. All Vanu Vanu of Uksundu must undergo a rite of passage for respect of others in tribe. Otherwise, no better than Nessie. Brother fails trials 7 times. Must try for an 8th time soon. 8 times. No Vanu Vanu ever fails trials 8 times. If brother fails again, gales of laughter from others in tribe shame family until the day's sun in sky no longer burns. Gunavanu sees Netherling help others like wind, which brings seeds to bloom, and Gunavanu would ask for his help as well. Rite of passage rules very strict, but Gunavanu has a plan. Rules forbid aid from other members of tribe, but say nothing of Netherlings. Help my brother, and quell impending storm of derision our family faces. Brother's name is Gunavanu, and he roosts. Gunavanu knows not where. Brother's temperament changes faster than breeze and honor. Ask other Vanu Vanu and seek him out. Or Gunavanu stays nestling forever. Netherling seeks out Gunavanu. He is skilled at 2 things: finding shade for napping and running away when the chief gives work. Newborn hatchling works harder than him. I'll talk to him again to actually get the quest. Ganu Vali cannot escape unending thunderstorm of buzzing bugs, and desires sleep more than rain during summer drought. Ganu Vali has idea to soothe bugs droning, but delirious from exhaustion. Netherling goes in Ganu Vali's stead. To the east lies Gurglegrass, which devours bugs as Vanu hatchlings feast on Wamarakampa meat. Netherlings bring Ganu Vali 3, and storm in ears recedes to drizzle, to dull drizzle. Vanu never where he should be. When other Vanu work, Vanu soars like Griffin in his dreams. Kanu Vanu cannot see him since sunrise. Netherling finds Vanu easily. Look under every tree in village. Vanu follows shade and sunset follows sunrise. Say to Vanu, wake up, and Netherling come to know true meaning of panic.
Helps if I click on the right thing.
It could. Maybe.
What?
Zora said it helps if she clicks on the right thing. And I said it could. Maybe.
I couldn't hear her very well either.
That's alright. I keep clicking when it's too far away.
You can't capitalize up.
Oh, you probably need the exclamation point too then.
Probably. Ah! Gunuvanu awake. Yes, he is. Gunuvanu works hard. Netherling. No wings, fleshy beak. Not Vanu, certainly. Netherling should not sneak up on Vanu that slumbers. Claws cut sharper than fierce gale. What? Gunuvanu's brother sends Netherling to help with rite of passage? Gunuvanu passes right is no longer a nestling? Heavens shine on Gunuvanu this day. Worry of failing 8 times weighs heavy on heart. But, now with Netherling's help, Gunuvanu casts off weight and soars higher than any in Oxundu imagines. Okay, that's nice. We come over here and say we're going to help him, and then we get the Aether Current, but we don't actually have to help him.
Uh-huh. See ya, sucker.
Well, he probably becomes a beast. Are these
Daily
guys
quest?
beasts? Yeah, daily quest.
Yeah, this is a Beast Tribe area. I used the compass that said it was 94 to the southwest. Alright, we're going past it. That's what's happening. Must be down here. Just didn't notice it first.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, do you see it to the right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was confused because the first time I used the compass, it said 56 yalms. And then the second time I used it, it said 101. So I'm like, we must be moving away from it. So, usually my sense of direction isn't that bad.
It's always a little more difficult when it's got a lot of elevations.
This is true. Oh, I didn't even see Sid.
Yeah.
Our Asgardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've chains to spare, every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsmen. If you've any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the four buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Let Wedge know when your party is assembled. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one bit. But I can't help but be excited all the same. So tell me, are you ready to hunt the white whale? After you then, all aboard. Alright, just one moment.
I actually got an ability that reduces damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10%. Woot. Now I just need to find a place to put it. It will not stack with the machinist, tactician, or dancer's shield samba. Good thing we don't have either of those with us.
At the moment.
Although Zora is liking the dancer. Well, and the machinist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This coming fight, I was going to look over the things and try to break it down, but it looks like it might be a little complicated. Bismarck is a fairly unusual trial in that for most of the fights, players won't actually be damaging the primal itself, but rather dealing with all manner of adds. The fight itself takes place on a floating rock, which has its own separate HP bar. If the bar drops to around 24%, the raid will wipe. Players should also be wary of being knocked off at the edge of the platform. Before beginning the fight, players should take note of the shield device, as well as the two harpoons on either side, and should nominate a player to man each. The fight begins with Bismarck instantly dealing a damaging blow to the platform, as well as spawning two adds. Players should deal with the adds, which can cause knockback, while avoiding any AoEs. Periodically, players will see Bismarck do a specific dive animation. This is the signal that the shield device should be activated, as Bismarck is about to ram the platform. Failing to activate the shield device or activating it too early will lead to an increased amount of damage being taken to the platform. After a set amount of time, a message will appear stating that the harpoons are active. Players should activate these as soon as possible. Failing to do so will lead to Bismarck disabling them and leading to another cycle. Once both harpoons are active, Bismarck will be chained to the side of the platform, and its chitin will be targetable. Players can only cause damage to the chitin while physically on Bismarck, though this will also cause a DOT to appear on said players. Players should ideally destroy the chitin in one cycle, although 2 cycles is fine, as failing to destroy it quick enough will cause Bismarck to pull away and repeat the initial actions. Basically starts phase 1 over again. Once the chitin has been destroyed, Bismarck will pull away from the platform again and summon 2 larger adds. These should be dealt with quickly. At the same time, tornadoes will appear. Bismarck will also periodically summon a set of exploding bubbles, which players should avoid. After a certain amount of time, or after both adds are killed, Bismarck will return and cast a raid-wide AoE before once returning to the side of the platform. During this, the shield device will also break, essentially setting a harder limit on how long the encounter can last. If any of the adds are still alive, this attack will most likely cause a wipe. And then we start phase 3, which functions the same as phase 1, except he'll summon 4 adds and you don't have a shield generator. So basically you just have to kill him as quick as possible at that point. So basically it's kill the adds, harpoon him when we can harpoon him, and somebody will need to activate the shield when he does the things where we need to activate the shield. Which hopefully somebody else in the group will know when those times are and will do it for us. Are we ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How many harpoons did they say there was?
2.
2. Might be the longest queue we've seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't have to stand here. We could head on and do that, work on that other quest while we're waiting for the queue. Or I could jinx us and we get called in right away. It's not jinxing us. We wanted to get called in.
Right.
It's a pretty green island. those are the harpoons. I think we're supposed to pop cooldowns if you have them, and everybody get on the back.
Did we get synced?
What?
Yeah, we're 58.
Okay. That would be
Lost
why my
someone.
big.
Or maybe they're in the harpoons. I'm not sure.
They probably got knocked off the platform.
Oh yeah, the one person did, yeah.
That was not very long.
Yeah, but the kite was broken. That's what we had to do. Beware of the tornadoes.
Right?
Kill the bubbles.
Said don't.
Oh, don't kill the bubbles. Oh, okay, good, good. Oh, I'm down.
Got me. Yep.
If the other healer could pop the limit break. I believe we're about to fight.
Oh, I should have finished typing that in. Should I type healer pop limit break?
It's probably too late for that now.
Okay.
The other tank is down as well. And they're saying reset.
Oh, we almost pulled it off on the first try.
Don't forget to pull out your carbuncle.
you see what they're saying in chat?
Yeah, rain equals avoid middle kill bubble, and wind is kill bubble stay middle.
And purple sky is spread out and ignore.
Cool.
What is this?
When we get to the bubble part toward the end.
That was really fast.
Didn't have much left.
My bubble was off to the side.
Shit. That was BS. Hit me twice with that stupid tornado, bounced me up and put me right back in it.
At least you lived.
Yes. He got me. Oh, that damn hurricane.
Okay, I think we have rain.
Spread out, right? Oh no, yeah, avoid middle.
We just lost our rogue again. Or I think that's Fez, a machinist.
know, the one sound makes me think of the old Wonder Woman. And she would jump into the air.
Alright, I think we got this time. Oh yeah, somebody's about to nuke it. Didn't even need it. Probably should have used that on the first round and we might have killed it without having to do the second round. But a win is a win.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the only one left. I'm gonna give him the commendation just to slake his embarrassment. I say maybe pick it up, don't just look at it.
Yeah.
Or somebody else.
While we're in the middle of this, they're gonna swoop in and get it.
The damn bishop's gonna swoop down and pick it up. His knights will hold him by the feet.
Word, light, beloved. Eidolon, all made. Darkness, light to none known. Hark, receiver, blessing, small.
Well, Eidolon speaks once again.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, warrior of light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
He has what we seek?
That he does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asien. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare. By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
I have to make the joke that this is what happens when everybody else leaves the party before we hit exit. Well, that's an impressive looking place.
Well, look at that. It keeps hitting the roof of the ceiling. Can't go any higher.
Forgive me. Had I known what was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. Oh.
Oh, yay!
Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go inform Chief Sonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend the Enterprise besides.
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
I think we're going to need about 5 times more Garleans than this to bring me down.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Oh dear.
just as Huaya observed.
Okay, there may be
The
enough
Warrior of Light
Guardians
is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. 'Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance.
Where did you get
we must
that,
withdraw.
Lucia?
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
That was a rather large airship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varus Zosgalvus in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Forgive me. This is due to the time and the place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sandu of what has occurred. Once I have, we shall rejoin you at the airship. I think that is probably a good spot to stop for the night.
Sounds good.
So just 1 second, I will wind down the stream. Alright, guys. We made some good progress tonight, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Assuming we stream tomorrow. But if we do not stream tomorrow, we'll be back on Friday with Final Fantasy V, where we'll be finishing Final Fantasy V. But if we stream tomorrow, it will be Final Fantasy XIV. So until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time.